Hi, this is Chuck Suffel from WhatYou'reReading.com, here with an Alternative Minds MegaBloks toy review. As I mentioned in my last video, at Comic-Con this past weekend, or is it 2 weekends ago now? I don't even know. I was at the MegaBloks booth and I was talking to some of the toy designers. Very nice guys. We were talking about the set and they were so proud of it that they handed me some stuff on my way out of the booth. This is one of the sets they were handing out. This is the Mountain Recon set, and if you notice, I haven't even opened it yet. It's been sitting here waiting for me to open it. I figured, you know, if we're going to open it, let's open it on camera. Let's see what we got. So we put together the minifig the other day, and that came out really nice. I'm going to bring that into camera in a couple of minutes. I was able to get the arms and legs a little tighter in. I'm not really loving how they pop in. You wait for that audible click, you don't always hear it. But let's see how this set looks and feels and plays. And it's the first time looking at it, folks. So let's see what we got, right? Ah, empty, good. Okay. Directions, lots of directions, good. All right, 4 bags. So it looks like we go with the Lego idea of multiple bags for multiple sets. Here's our minifig for this set. He's a snow soldier, obviously, on off-white weapons. Okay, great. Let's look at each bag. All right. Doesn't look like too complicated to build. I mean, there just aren't a lot of parts. So let's see what we've got. Let's see. Here's the minifig build out, which we already did. We did this exact same minifig the other day. We'll look at this again in a couple of minutes when we're ready to put it together. We're going to do the figure. We're going to do the figure last because we already did one figure. So first we'll do the cat. I'm going to call it a snow cat. You guys probably have other names for it. They call it the Call of Duty Collector Construction Set 06812. Let's look what we got here. Looks like a lot of, oh, this is going to be a fun one. I was talking to the designer and he had said to me that, you know, this is definitely your 8 to 10 age group. You know, it says 10 on the box and they're not kidding. It's not an easy build. Let me tell you right off the bat, I don't know how the camera's conveying this, but right off the bat, the differences in the blacks and grays look much better than they did in the last set I built, which was this Halo set from MegaBloks. I'm going to see if I can show you a page. My only problem with the Halo set, I think it drove me nuts. If you look here, it's a perfect example. The blacks here kind of bleed together so well, it's hard to even figure out how many spaces where your pieces go. So it was kind of a hunt and peck thing for me when I did this set. But this kit, I'm going to use 80,000 words to mean the same thing, looks much more detailed, much more defined in the directions. And the designer said they actually had a very long conversation about that because they had some complaints about colors in the directions. Okay, let's get to work. Gosh, I'm burning daylight here, aren't I? There's no label, there's no numbers on the bags to tell me which one's which, so I'm just going to jump in and try to figure it out. I gotta tell you something. I may have to pause for a minute. No, there it is. Okay, there's the body. Couldn't find the body of the bike. I consider snow speeders motorcycles without wheels, so I may call it a bike occasionally. I apologize if you disagree. I'd love to hear some comments from you guys on doing these builds on camera, how you feel about it, whether you'd rather just see the finished product, whether you like the idea of the pieces being put together in front of you. I have been building Legos all my life, and MegaBloks, obviously. I love them. I think they're one of the best products ever. I have 2 small children, a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old, and we are constantly building something. Usually without the benefit of directions, but we're constantly building something. Okay. We have an interesting setup here. Yeah, again, their depth perception on these diagrams is a little off. Never really feels that smooth. It never really feels like, you know, you feel like you have to twist things over 72 times to figure out what you're looking at. But other than that, it's a nice set. I mean, the detail is wonderful. The colors are great. Static. Let's dump them all out. You know what? Forget it. Let's dump it all out. We'll do it live. Oh, thanks. I just lowered the volume on my phone, but of course, you know, that doesn't mean that Rob from Alternative Minds isn't emailing me 47 times today. Hi, Rob. All right. Separate our pieces again since I dumped them all in this nice big pile. One thing I'm going to keep off to the side is the minifig because I know he comes in on his own at the end. Okay, here we go. I should have had music playing, huh? Green. And I don't know if how you guys do builds, but they always say put it on a clean, flat surface. I don't always get to do that, but when you do, what a difference. Piece of butcher paper, as we used to call it back in the old days. I can't believe I just called it butcher paper on camera. What am I, like 70? But a piece of white craft paper and a nice flat table, and you really can get stuff done, and relatively quickly. If you guys follow Rob's site, if you follow Alternative Minds, you know that he is a huge fan of this kind of toy. And I've just been lucky enough, because I happened to be the guy in the MegaBloks booth this weekend. I stopped in. I was lucky enough to get this home. And I got to work on it first, so I'm very happy about that. Okay. Really simple step one. I liked it a lot. Nice and easy. Step two, which we see is our axles and our wheels, looks pretty much as straightforward. I don't like an overly complicated build. Too simple a build is kind of depressing, because you're like, all right, that would have been fun if it actually took some thought. But already I'm enjoying the fact that this isn't as stiff or as rough as the minifig was. That was a bear. Something about the way it's set up, it was just really fun trying to put together. I'm a little confused by, oh, it's all right. See, now, somebody's going to have to hit me up with a message to tell me when we started using a single track on a snowcat. I always thought it was dual tracks in the back of a cat. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's a design thing for this toy. But I'm going to have to do a little research now, because I always thought it was dual belts behind. Maybe there's more than one model. Is this a World War? Oh, then again, you know what? It would help if I played Call of Duty, wouldn't it? Ha ha! I used to play a lot of computer games. I was a big computer gamer. I was not a console gamer. So that was kind of lost on me. When everything jumped to console, it kind of passed me by. And I haven't really caught back up yet. I'd like to, but I don't even know where to jump in at this point. I'm more of the, this kind of stuff. Hands-on toys. 1, 2. I did 2 of those. Da, 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 da. So, as I was saying, I hope you guys hit us up and tell us what you think of building the stuff sort of in front of you. We're always interested in hearing if people enjoy the who, what of what we do. It's just a little confusing. I mean, obviously they go together like that, but there's nothing telling me what joins those two, if anything joins those two. Oh, I see, it's an overlap. So one goes up here. Ta-da, one goes down here. Hope I'm not blowing out the mic. This is one of those work in progress kind of things, what we're doing today. All right, now we got to go to skids. Skids. Skid 1 goes in the center, like so. I keep checking my frame too to make sure I'm not, so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. 2. And we need the arms. Wow, this is not a simple build. It's not a crazy build, but it's not it's definitely not simplistic. It looks it from the parts in the bag. You figure, oh, what is this? A couple of pieces. But there's some intricate stuff going on here. Which, isn't that what we look for, guys? Isn't that like the whole, excuse me, guys and girls, isn't that what we look for in a set? Like, you really want it to look and feel real when you're done. Nothing worse than a jank Lego or MegaBloks set. And I grew up in the 70s and 80s, so I saw a lot of that stuff. Oh, I'm not going to put it together till the directions tell me to put it together. Step 3 and 4 went by in a flash. We are up to step 5. And step 5 is pretty much what we thought it would be. Drop this in. Oh, I see now. I was wondering how that was going to look. That looks sweet. Look at that. Really drops in nice. Puts that band right in the middle. And now we put our skids on the front. Our skis, rather, on the front. And they're going to be able to steer nice. Very cool. Oh, yeah. It's going to be this looks like it's really going to be fun to set up in a case or play with. I'm a big advocate of playing with my toys. I think playing with our toys is the whole point of having them. And that also follows through with the idea of having children. If you have children and pretty toys, good luck to you. My son came in the other day and grabbed my 3-year-old and grabbed something off my desk, and I went, "Oh Lord, could I just see that for a second?" But it was too late. He was off and running with it. my beautiful Millennium Falcon gets constantly wrecked by my kids. See, now that's interesting. I would think that would have stayed on better. Let's click that in even harder. Oh, I see. All right, I probably just pushed it off with this piece. Again, nice. The detail, I like the colors of the blocks too. I don't know if you're following, but the colors of the blocks are really kind of, well, see, no, you didn't tell me. I don't see the decals. Where are the decals? I did not see the decals in this bag, guys. That would stink. Well, there's a decal on this piece in the diagram, but they haven't shown me where the decals are. Maybe I'm missing. Ah, see, I was wrong. Ta-da! Wow, that's a nice switch. Actually, give me the pieces with the paint already on them. I am loving that, because I am not a decal guy. I know, blasphemy, blasphemy. I don't have time for decals. I want my set to look nice when I'm done building it. I don't want to have to paint it. If I wanted to paint the model, I'd buy a model. Where's the handlebar? Here's the handlebar. Right on top. Now, of course, you know, we could say, hey, how come? How come you didn't set it up so it actually steers? But come on now, folks. Let's be nice. The Call of Duty guys, design team's working hard, and they're doing great stuff. I mean, this is probably one of the best looking small craft builds I've ever seen, personally. I really like this. Again, I feel like my children are going to take it from me the minute my back is turned. But these are the prices we pay. That looks approximately correct. Yes, I believe so. Also, they do include a lot of similar parts, which is... That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I see. All right. A lot of similar parts in the same build, which is kind of annoying. It's nice when the parts are more unique per build. But, again, this is only my first build of this line. I don't even know if this is actually in stores yet or if it's been released or not. I should have checked before I filmed this video. Maybe I can put something in the show notes if Rob allows that for me. Drop this in. Here's our motor mount. Oh, sweet. Sweet! And I do expect all of you to make fun of my terminology or lack thereof and my build prowess. I expect lots of comments about, you know, that was the lamest build we've ever seen, and who is this guy, and get him out of here. I welcome all your comments and suggestions and craziness. All right, wow, really? Okay, windshield? Windscreen, I guess you would call it. All right, clicks in nice. It's the first piece that's actually really clicked in, I must admit. And extras, which is one of the things we love about these building sets. Every extra means something you can build yourself, right? Every extra piece means you can build something else. That is pretty.